Hello, my name is Eugenie.
This is Allison. I feel like lately I'm very stressed out, Eugenie.
Let's talk about stress, Allison.
Yeah. I gain a lot of weight because due to stress.
Okay, so then if stress cannot avoid, should you treat stress as a friend or an enemy?
You should conquer it.
All right, let's talk about it. I have 2 kids. I'm a working mom. Constantly, I see my kids as stressed, and also myself, because when I see them having a stress, I got stressed out too.
You are a caring person. Why are you stressed out? Because you care about people.
Right.
If I think back, stress didn't start with work, remember? When I was a student, sometimes I was so stressed out. So I said, hey, Eugenie, I was so stressed out. I just woke up at 2 and then start
doing your paper?
Yeah, doing my paper and
well,
starting.
You work too hard. Well, the thing is, I think part of the stress also comes from you didn't have enough sleep.
Okay, got it.
Right, so speaking about stress, there's different level of stress. Like you said, you go to school, then you want to fit in, you want to get a good grade at school, right? And then you go to workforce, you are worried that you don't work enough, that you don't have enough money to support the family. That's kind of trigger a lot of stress. Like me, when I have kids, I started to feel like my life's turning upside down because I have to work, I have to take care of my kids, apparently, right?
Right, you're a good parent. Stressed out because partner, you have to tell him that you are parenting and he have to agree with that. So it takes a lot of energy and time.
Allison, you know me. Well, dealing with kids is one stress. But dealing with your kids and parenting with your spouse is another layer of stress. I think everybody can relate to that because we come from different family. We have different parenting methods. Like I am more like Chinese style, we are more expecting our kids. So that's part of stress we talk about. So I have never thought about stress. It's actually your friend. Have you ever thought that?
I think it's my enemy.
Well,
I lost my hair, a lot of hairs. I lost my sleep, so I gained a lot of weight.
What's your stress?
I don't know. It just comes from nowhere. I want to be like good at work. I don't have kids. So people, start when my friends lost job. So I feel like stressed out as well.
Well, yes, I mean, you have to cope with it. You have to understand.
No way.
Everybody has different stress.
You always embrace it.
Yeah, I think that I have a lot of stress in my life because I believe that stress actually is part of the motivation. Believe me, a lot of people, they don't have stress. They have a very...
good life?
No.
Easy life?
I don't know if they have an easy life, but they have easy thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You don't want to work too hard. You just want to have a job. You don't want to, a minimum lifestyle, something like that. I think that life is definitely has a lot of meanings. Until one day I found the TED Talk from Kelly McGonigal. I feel like that changed 100% of my perspective of stress. She thinks stress is a friend.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually helping you.
Trouble is my friend.
It's actually helping you to grow.
Okay.
And the most ways is like you got to embrace it, like the way that you feel it. Because when you have a stress, that means you care about work, right? When you have stress with your friends and your family, that means you care about them. You want to show up for them. You want to do great in school, right? That's why you have all the stress, which means it's a good thing. But at the same time, how do you perceive it? Like how do you think that stress is good for you? Then that's important. That's how you feel like your body is like rise to, you feel when you're stressed, you feel like your body, you got really intense, right? Body, right? That's cause problem. But if you let loose, tell yourself stress is good for you to make you prepare and rise for any challenges, then you feel totally different. And I actually use that as part of the coping mechanism.
So now you become a parent. Before, do you get more stress?
I think different kind of stress. I think that having kids and working, I definitely think that you have a busier schedule. That you feel like stress all come from something like you just don't know. Kids require a lot of a lot of activities, a lot of things coming up. Sometimes it's unexpected. But I think it helped me to grow, to learn to grow and actually become a better parent.
When you feel overwhelmed as a parent, So do you think you can get rid of the stress, or do you think maybe we switch thoughts, like maybe stress can tell me that you predict in the future stress may be something like a sign that telling me what I value, so I feel stressed, right?
Absolutely. I think that when you have stress, it reminds you that you have a sense of purpose in your life, that you want to be better, right? Or you hit the ceiling of your career. Like sometimes I do have, once in a while, I feel like I hitting the bottleneck, then I need to break through, that I feel the stress. Yes. I think those things, if we can embrace it and we talk it out. For example, I talk to friends and family. I talk to you a lot about my stress, and I talk to my husband, I talk to my kids, I talk to friends. So I have a big circle that I can talk to, people I trust. And the support that helping me to get rid of stress very easily. What about you?
Me? Maybe drinking a lot of boba milk.
Oh my God.
That solved the problem.
Is it the problem that you're gaining weight?
You're right.
Yeah. Well, okay, then we figured it out. So I think stress could be really good for you if it's moderate. If something really too much, I would think that just let loose a little bit. Allow yourself to bounce.
To the therapy, or just be lazy.
Not real lazy. Give yourself a hug and know that you're good enough. I think a lot of times that we do too much, sometimes we do not remember ourselves, and that's how we lost, a sense of ourselves. That's why you got the stress, in there. But if you do know that you have been good, you've been trying, you work hard, I think we solve all the problems, right? Just let it be.
Yeah, it's because sometimes maybe like a peer pressure.
Yeah, anything. Life could be in 360 degrees of pressure and things, but we just got to be taking care of ourselves, embrace ourselves, and embrace stress. That will help you to become a better yourself.
Now I don't need to fight stress as much as I think. Maybe I see stress as something that can be my friend now.
Yeah.
As long as I don't want to be a perfect myself, but work hard at the same time.
Yeah, so be a better person.
Maybe I'm coming from some part of uncertainty because the future, I know. So no matter we think we are in life, we just be a good person.
Right.
Maybe that's a good time I talk to my friends.
Connecting with friends,
you connect with other people. So we feel it's a good environment.
Right.
And supportive.
Right. So remember, stress is related to part of your growth and part of your meaning. If you want to understand your meaning of life, then stress is part of it. So we cannot get rid of it, unfortunately, but we can embrace it.
Okay, let me learn how to embrace my stress.
Yeah. So again, I'm Eugenie.
This is Allison. If you like our video, tell me how to deal with the stress, and I'm happy to respond back, and then see you in the next video.
Yeah, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.